So if you are currently scheduling or booking calls using Calendly or really any other call booking software, but you're experiencing a lot of no-shows, aka people booking a time with you and just not showing up for that time, I'm going to give you some things in this video that you can implement right away so that you have more people show up to your calls and hence you sign more clients. This is not specific just to agency owners like myself. This works for you if you are an online coach, consultant, or really anybody that has a business where to convert someone from interested to buying your product or service, you book them through a call. So if you have used Calendly to book in a call with a prospect, your job is not done, right? Because many people set up their Calendly account, someone books a time with them, and they just assume that Calendly is going to remind that person and get them to show up to the call. That's not true. So here's how you fix that. Step number 1, you verify the email that the person booked with. If someone books a call using Calendly with me, and let's say they misspelled their email and they typed gmail.com, not gmail.com, I will get an email almost immediately telling me that that email address does not exist. And this is because I've set it up so that Calendly links with my Google Calendar. So it creates an event in my Google Calendar, and if the person it's trying to invite, the person with gmail.com, doesn't exist because it's a fake email, then it will tell me that. So what I can do here is I can then update the email myself. If it's just a small error, if it's a spelling mistake, I can do that myself. And if it's completely wrong and you've no idea, you're going to have to find that person wherever you contacted them. Maybe you had a chat on email or on Instagram, you're going to have to reach back out to them and tell them the issue. So that's the first thing you got to do, verify the email. The amount of times people put in the wrong email simply by just a little spelling mistake, don't let that disrupt your whole day and cause you to have a no-show. Because trust me, getting someone to book a call and then having them not show up to the call, it's really demotivating, it's really annoying, and it really lowers your mood. Like it can take your mood from a 9 out of 10 down to a 7 just because they didn't show. So assuming they entered the correct email, we now need to make sure that they get enough reminders so that they remember the call and they show up. You see, again, if someone books a call with you, right, they might book it for a week in advance or maybe even 2 to 3 days in advance. And by the time it comes to Wednesday for the call, they might have forgotten completely about your call. And that's no disrespect to you. Like, don't take that personally. Just realize that people are busy. People have families, they got a lot going on, and your 30-minute call may not be their top priority. So we need to now make it so that it's higher up on their priority list. And we do that by reminding them continuously about the call they've scheduled. So I'm going to pop up screenshot number 1. This shows you the reminders that we set, which are 24 hours, 1 hour, and then 15 minutes before our call. This is for email. So it means that the person who booked the call will get an email from us 24 hours, so a day before, an hour before, and 15 minutes before. This is a lot, so if you want to remove maybe the 15 minutes before, definitely go ahead and do that. But I found that this balance of the 3 works pretty well. Now, second screenshot is for text reminders. For text, we only do 1 and we do it just 1 hour before. And the reason being is that if I booked a call with someone and they sent me 3 text messages, I would kind of get annoyed. Okay, I would appreciate the fact that they were thorough and they followed up with me, but I would be a little annoyed. Whereas if I just got 1 and it was an hour beforehand, awesome, cool, perfect. I'm okay with that. Whereas getting 3 emails is a lot more natural, right? I would expect to get a couple emails compared to a couple texts. You can even go a step further, and this is something that we do in my agency. We don't do it through Calendly, but we do this through our email software. So each day my salesperson starts the day, and let's say she's got 5 calls booked for that day. She will go to each person and send them a pretty generic email that we've templatized out, and the email will be something along the lines of, hey John, looking forward to our call today. Make sure to review all these details before our call, such as maybe it's a case study or other material. But we'll also mention that if for whatever reason you cannot make the call or the time doesn't work for you anymore, please let me know in an email so that I can cancel your call and book you another time. Implementing that has really improved 2 things. 1, it actually has improved the show rate because they get a personal email, not just an email from Calendly, the software. But now for the people that are going to be no-shows, we now can just cancel that. So now they're not really a no-show. We just cancel the call and rebook them another time. So this saves my salesperson a ton of time, a ton of headache. And as I very eloquently told you at the start, it saves her a lot of her mental energy and her mood. It's one of the biggest drivers of why we're continually trying to reduce the no-show rate. It's because it's annoying. it's annoying and it puts you in a bad mood. So if you do all those things, right, you verify their email, you give them 3 email reminders before the call, you give them 1 text message reminder, and you go ahead and send them a personal email the day of your call, guarantee you're going to improve your show up rate by at least 20%. And you can go a step further. You could even reach out to them on Instagram or LinkedIn and send them a voice note on there as well. But I think this is enough. Let me know if you enjoyed the video, if you got some value, and I'll see you in the next one.